to have whispering stuff on my character.
And we're live. Hello, people. Welcome to the goddamn show. What are we doing? We're playing this one game here. Thunder Rift with Fantasy Age. That's the right words. We left off after you all discovered a submarine. A submarine that was invaded by yams. I don't know. Stuff happened. Recap, words, stuff. Let's do introductions. Jeff, who are you playing?
Oh god, I was totally not ready. I was like clicking something. Shit. What's my voice again?
Saxons and
Danes. Saxons and Danes living together. I am Bulreg, son of Bulreg, and there are no Saxons or Danes here. There is the Metro. There is the bone people thingy that Bert is. He will explain more. And then there is myself. I am an orc of great renown. I'm quite large and powerful. And one day I shall hope to ride a dung beetle, which is the mascot of my people who live in the York shit hills. And I have explained to my friends the various aspects of my culture, and they all seem quite intrigued, except for Luaith, who is very judgmental. And I'm pretty sure that Brawl is a spy and is trying to kill us all and invade Thunder Rift and do horrible things to us. But, you know, Bart and Bohai, they're cool.
Jeremy.
Hey, I'm Luaith. I am a really tired old elf. I'm like 20 years from retirement. And yeah, fine. I'm not cool. That's all right. Yeah, I'm judgmental. You eat shit. Your families take shits together. Of course I judge you. You're weird.
We do not eat shit. What is wrong with you? We don't eat it. Are you absurd? No, that is crazy. No, we take communal shits. That is different. We drink milk.
God, I would talk back if you weren't so fucking huge.
Dan.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dan, and I'm playing Bart, who is becoming the leader that Bulreg believes he is. Maybe. I'm not actually sure. So far, I don't think I make many good decisions.
Listen, you'll get there by Bulreg's unbendable will, if nothing else.
Yep. The funny thing is, Dan, is that I took oratory and I've increased my communications. So Bulreg is good at yelling and telling people to do, but I don't think he's ever going to take credit for it. Like if he convinces people to do stuff, he's going to assume it's you who did it.
That's fantastic.
How much he respects you, man.
That's amazing.
I have taken leadership and I have military lore. So,
man, we are like best friends.
That's awesome.
Oh, so good.
Bert.
Hi, I'm playing Bohai, the devoted of the one, and I am indeed cool, as I have no internal organs with which to have a body temperature, being a skeleton and all.
That's true. It's true. And Brawl. Not Brawl, John.
Yeah, Brawl, John. I'm good with either.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm John. I play Brawl. The stranger from very far off lands, and Bulreg does not trust me, and that hurts my dragon heritage feelings. But otherwise, I'd like to dabble in alchemy and just maybe a little bit of chaos. Just a bit.
Okay.
So.
So I guess before we get in there, now that we've gone ahead and gotten everyone in the mindset of this game, I realized there's something I wanted to bring up because I need all of your opinions on this.
Mm-hmm.
I told a joke today. And of the two people that heard it, one of them didn't get it, and the other one thought it was hilarious. So I'm going to run it by all of you and get some feedback on this. So I was on the bus today, and I overheard a conversation. It was a conversation between Jean-Claude Van Damme, Sylvester Stallone, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sylvester said, "Hey guys, I've got a new movie that I'm starting up where we'll all play, great composers. It'll be this giant action movie period piece. I'm going to play Mozart." And Jean-Claude Van Damme's just like, "Oh, that's so cool. I'll play Beethoven." And Arnold said, "Damn it, guys, don't make me say it." See,
Yeah,
I
that's
got
good.
some.
I've heard
I think
that
it's
one
funny.
before, but yeah, it's funny.
Okay.
It's really tame. I like it
It
was a
is.
cheap joke. I
It
was
was
like,
what-
know.
I'm
The hell is that?
wildly.
I was expecting something on the level of my mother's gonna kill me.
Or,
You're definitely on different spectrums.
hmm
yeah. No, it was a work joke. There's one guy in the office who's kind of, button up how to say. So I try not to say too many outrageous things around him.
You just know he's the one that's got the sex dungeon at home, though.
He probably definitely
Yeah,
does.
almost definitely.
Yes, he's too reserved not to have a sex dungeon at home. Anyway, yeah, so you all took care of this thing, this subterrane found in the kind of like the armament section, the weapons, whatever. There's this very strange, large bullet-shaped thing. In one of the 4 tubes, the other 3 were empty. And you dragged it out, and it, hit the floor hard. And it kind of caused, like, the starting of yam plants. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. Sprouted out of everyone, except for Brawl. But then you got some information digging through, mainly a kind of like travel plan for this subterrane. The biggest thing was that they were going to be heading to the Whistling Cave down in the Melanir Hills to refuel, resupply here soon. And so I believe last session, that's kind of where you were all talking about going.
Is anybody else injured?
Nope.
I barely took a scratch. I am down. If I were to put a number on it, I am down merely 1 hit point.
Oh, well, I won't do a healing aura then. But
I appreciate the offer.
Cool.
all right, I'm going to cast healing on myself. I'm down a fair amount.
Okay.
Fair.
All right, that'll help.
Yeah, so it'll be a decently long amount of travel, at least a good couple of weeks if you want to head straight down to the Whistling Cave. The question that I have for all of you. So the most direct path, and I guess stream can kind of see this because I've got this one up. Music just started very intensely for me. That was rude. The most direct path from where you're at is kind of a straight line, but that'll take you right through Tater territory. You could kind of swing around and cut by Kitchen Stadium, or you could kind of hug along the mountains a little bit. And other than my poor ending to that line, kind of pull that. What kind of path would you all be interested in? Is there something else you would like to suggest?
Certainly we should not go by the gloom fence. That is how we got in this trouble in the first place.
Quite true.
Fair.
I believe the Temple of Russell is probably
I've
very
never
active
been.
right now.
Never been to the Kitchen Stadium. That sounds fun.
Might be our time to do a little sightseeing.
Ooh,
Sure.
that sounds
Hey,
lovely.
there's some tough people there. Like those chefs, they're no joke. And maybe we could convince some of them, like they can get the most holiest potatoes to put into their dishes. Like maybe we drum up some support.
Could be it.
Are you trying to
bad
say
idea.
that you want to cook these potatoes?
I don't
These
know. Maybe they
tubers.
would though. They cook all sorts of crazy stuff.
And you criticize me for drinking milk and having communal shits, and you want people to eat conscious and sentient creatures. It seems very peculiar.
I'm not saying it's what I want. I'm saying that these are some weird people that cook some weird stuff.
No,
You know,
hold
a
on.
body's a body at the end of the day when it comes down to a big fight.
And Bullrig, you did ask us to eat you if you were to happen to die.
That is as if I die, of course. That is not if I'm. You should not murder me, although I'm sure that is something you are thinking about, bro.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, so
Really
nobody
not.
here wants to murder you, but we do want to murder a lot of those taters. You know,
No,
it
no,
wouldn't be a
we are in
shame.
agreement. That is fair.
Wouldn't it be a shame if we murdered all those taters and nothing was done with them?
You have convinced me. That is a good point.
I like you.
I'm not sure I believe you anymore.
That's all right. I deserve that.
Should you hug?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you can all head out. Not a problem. Like I said, fairly long journey. Who's kind of leading the way, keeping an eye on the road ahead?
I've got
Is anybody good at that?
actually I have the scout talent.
That's that I will
Pretty good
designate
perception.
you as the scout.
Yep. I'm making a map of our travels.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So yeah. Whoever wants to roll, a scouting style perception test.
Maybe seeing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good roll. Yeah, so you're all cutting kind of south. And it's kind of once you get past the West Drake River there. Luath, you're kind of ahead a little bit, keeping an eye on the road, and you can see, this is a fairly, eventually comes with a fairly traveled road. Seeing travelers going to and from, not uncommon at all. Everyone's being kind of standoffish, wary, given the yam nappings that have been going on. But you see kind of, as you crest a hill, kind of a little further ways down, there's a big kind of like backup of traffic. And you can see there's like looks like a small military regiment there that's like a checkpoint, like they're talking to everyone that's passing through. And you see off to the side a little bit, they've got a whole camp set up, but kind of in the center of camp, you see they've got like cages, like cells, setting there out in the middle of this field area. And you're kind of a ways out, but it definitely looks like there's people in some of them. And I'll let you relay that information, and you can all decide what you want to do with this information.
Wonder if they are those who have been potatoed.
What do the soldiers look like?
It's a good question.
They're quite a ways out. If you want to get a better look at them, you would need to move closer.
I'm happy to sneak on up.
I'll sneak up with you.
All right. Yeah. Because it might be something really bad, or maybe, maybe we got some guys that figured out a way to tell a yam boy from a not yam boy sort of thing. And if they have, man, I want in on that.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to give me a stealth, yeah. Oh yeah, you did another.
Bohai's going as well.
Okay, yeah. So Bohai, Brawl, and Luath, you all did plenty good. Easily you sneak up, kind of moving between the crowds here and there, keeping back far enough not to get seen, kind of maybe moving off the road here and there. And you can see that these soldiers are all very clearly marked as being the militia from the Metro. But the thing that's really going to catch you all is that as you're kind of close enough, you can kind of see into their camp area, and you see that these people in these cages, all skeletons. There's 2 or 3 of them in there. But yeah, they seem to be letting everyone else go. But like you can see, they're pulling back hoods, they're checking this, they're definitely get the feeling and kind of the whispers to the crowd that they're doing searches for skeletons and locking any up that they come across.
I drink one of those potions. I will
Okay.
re-meet myself.
Okay.
Maybe time.
Making me check some notes here. All right, that sounds fun.
Meat suit activate.
I put
Wonder
that.
if you'll be as light on your feet now.
I put that.
This is to get into the kitchen stadium,
This is just to get down the road.
just to get down the road.
Just a random checkpoint. Oh, that's right. I called it a refleshing kit.
Dan, is Bart a member of the Metro military?
I don't know if he is or not. That
Yeah. I was wondering. Bullrig's not so much Metro. He's Orc, Orchard Hills guy. And he's not really a
He is.
military guy. He's just
he is upper class.
hmm.
He is a squire.
So,
Mhm.
Bohai, this isn't so much as a potion that you would drink. Like, imagine these as like these weird kind of like suitcase things.
It's dehydrated. I got to rehydrate it, slip it on, and there's a zipper somewhere.
Not quite like that, but as you open this thing up and you set it on the ground, you're familiar with how these works. And it's got like a little screen so you can pick which flesh suit you want to wear.
Nice.
This one's got about 30 presets programmed into it. Going through, one of the most common presets was the Bohai flesh suit, the suit that you were originally
That's the
wearing.
most noticeable one since everybody gets that one at
Yeah.
the plateau. So I need something different.
Sure. Go ahead and just roll me a d6.
A D6. Okay.
Okay. Bert, I want you to check your Discord. I'm going to DM something to you. But yeah, as you're looking through, you find definitely all sorts of varieties. I will say,
Okay.
you come across that, but also very easily, just you find something that doesn't look familiar, and you can just tell me what you find. Just make something up if you want. Okay. So yeah, just going to pick a random nondescript flesh suit.
The most average looking guy you can imagine.
Sure, yeah.
Just-
You select it as the lid's open. You step on the little foot imprints, little skeletal foot imprints on the lid, and there's this really bright flash of light.
and
then-
Christian Slater steps out of the cave.
And then Christian Slater steps out, puts Bohai's gear back on. So Bohai, you are refleshed as Christian Slater.
Very
Amazing.
nice.
So at this point, are you all going to continue through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bohai, are we not going to do anything about your people? They are in cages.
Well, I mean, they're probably there for a good reason.
There is no good reason to put a person in a cage.
Well, they are when they're, a menace to your country. I mean, to be fair, my folks pretty much want to kill everyone over here for the most part. I mean, I was a sleeper agent here years ago, and my whole, I was sent here to infiltrate and to send back secrets so that they could come over and just like kill you all. But honestly, I really like your food here, and your entertainment is so much better. And I don't really like standing in lines to get toilet paper. Of course, we didn't need toilet paper back then, but if we did, we'd have to stand in the line for it. So I'm kind of against that now.
Very inconvenient.
I see.
how many
You are a
of them-
traitor. I understand. Yes, a
Yes,
traitor to your own
absolutely.
kind.
Yes,
Just
you are,
so-
you are 100% correct.
How many soldiers are there?
You see maybe 15.
Well, that is 12 for me and 3 for the 4 of you. Yes, I believe we can take them. And they are Metro soldiers. They cannot be that effective.
I feel
I
like,
hate to argue with you when you do math like that.
I feel like maybe killing 15 people to save 2 people might be a little out of line.
That is true. We killed 3 or 4. and then we try to make a deal and intimidate them. And that should work, yes?
Oh,
What
that
if?
would absolutely
and-
work.
And this is crazy. I know. What if we just like talk with them and say, "Hey, what the hell's going on with those skeletons? Like, what did they do?" Like, we just like conversate with them before the violence.
Maybe they
Yes.
were assholes.
It's true. Like, if they were assholes, then no. Hey, some people are assholes. Some skeletons are assholes. I like to like maybe we do this on like a person by person basis versus like
Yes.
Like,
It's
just
fine.
checking
And if we
lore.
speak to them.
Chuck, I mean,
Yeah.
really, there's no reason the skeleton should be over the wall here because we are at war, Cold
Mhm.
War, but it is a war.
It is. It is. It's very uncommon this day with the war going on, but it's not entirely unheard of. There are, definitely, just your average, skeleton commoner that,
There were defectors.
yeah, I mean, they could be defectors. They could just be
Or
people traveling for
per-
business. I mean,
perhaps they were yammed here.
They
Maybe
could have
that's
been
part of the
yammed, yeah.
yam's plan is to sow disruption and chaos by making an invasion appear more likely.
Yes. All of these are possibilities, but what is certain is that they have people in cages, and that is wrong. Yes?
Don't believe in law.
I
Bullrig,
believe
in
in
your
law, but I
hometown,
do not
do you
be-
not?
We have laws in Orchard Hills, but one of those laws is no one is put in cages. That's
So what do you do with your criminals?
Criminals. We do not have any.
What do you do to people that break the law?
We break the law. No one would do such a thing in the Yorkshire Hills. What is wrong?
model society.
It is indeed. If someone were to have a disagreement about what we should do, perhaps, then yes, we have a conversation, and often it leads to fighting. And the
Okay.
victor is considered the winner, but we don't put the loser in a cage.
Are the losers
Just-
alive once the altercation is done?
Most of the time, yes, it depends on the severity of the argument.
I gotta say, I'm liking his home country more and more.
I don't know. It reminds me of this play I watched once. Something about there's no war in Ba Sing Se.
Might makes right, as they say.
I think Lueth makes a good point. We could converse with them, which would allow us to get very close. And if they do not say what we want them to say and free these creatures from the cages, then we can just hit them. And I am right up next to them, and I do not have to run very far. And I like that.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
And as we know,
Cool.
Bart is an excellent orator. He could convince anyone. He will just merely give them a command and they will listen to him.
I
They will
push
be
Bart
aware of who
forward.
he is.
It's true. And if they try to argue, we all know he's a master debater.
Of course. Of course. Here, I am sure if we just merely mention you sirs, soldiers, sir, we have your superior officer here. This is Bart. What is
Yeah.
your rank? I am not sure. Is it general? Is it I do not know.
Bart, what's your rank in the Metro military?
I don't know. We never picked that out. So
Pick one.
Yes, general. It is general.
generals.
Sirs, we have your general here, General Bart. He has some questions for you.
They
Go.
They
Talk.
split the crowd and let the five of you approach. Bart, I
Yes.
I really
Mhm.
want you to make a roll. It's
Mhm.
going to be easier because you've got Bohai backing you up on this.
Yes.
So just give me, let's flex that leadership skill you just got. So give me a communication test.
All right.
Yep.
40 stun points.
Oh,
14.
General Bart, we didn't realize that you were out in the field.
Yeah, everything's been crazy lately.
Sir, just random checkpoint. You and your party don't need to wait for this. I trust the company that you carry. Please continue on, sir.
We did want to check, what's going on, here, the boxes and cages.
Oh, we're just any commands came down from above. I'm surprised you didn't know about these. That Any skeletons found south of the bone curtain are to be immediately detained, and taken back to the metro for questioning.
Think we could cut him a little slack and just send him back?
No, sir. We've already reported that these have been detained. So if we don't deliver those 3 skeletons there, it's our hides, sir.
You know
Did
what's
you just say no to your commanding officer? This is General Bart. You do not say no to him. And I will loom over top of Bart.
hey, you know, he's just real devoted. Like, it's crazy, but like, maybe you just let us do the questioning. Okay. There's some stuff going on around here. Okay.
Yeah,
And the
there's
general
been-
can't share everything.
Nor should he. Nor should he suffer the questions of these peasant-level military brainless fools.
They are looking at Bullreg with intense fear, and they keep cutting eyes back to you, Bart, for reassurance.
How about you let me do interrogation? Can send word along.
Very well, sir. And they give you a salute. And they'll let you approach the cages.
All right.
How dare you? You are lucky I do not strike you down where you stand for questioning him.
They look very uncomfortable by this situation and very quickly try to become occupied with, their task at hand. And yeah, you all very easily make it through. You approach the cages. There's probably 10 cages here. Only 3 of them are occupied. There's 3 skeletons as you approach up, like, come here to kick us while we're down.
I mean, not exactly, no.
Unless you're into that.
I think this might be a good opportunity for Bohai to speak a little bit.
Yeah, what do you know about the subterranean up north?
Subterranean?
What rank are you?
Rank? We're not military. We already told them we're just traveling merchants. We were making our way down to the shit hills. And they
Merchants,
stopped
where's your
us.
gear? What were you selling?
They point off a ways a little bit, and you can see there's some wagons kind of behind some of the tents, just loaded up with different supplies and whatnot. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Hey, Luoth, go see if there's any explosives over there.
Yeah. You want
All
to
right.
scout that out and make sure everything's on the up and up?
Yeah.
You want me to come with?
Yeah.
I know a little
Just-
alchemy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Someone who actually knows what the explosives are going to look like.
So they say like it's
Shit.
it's calcium supplements that we mine.
Wanna try something, Chuck?
Yeah.
Could say no, but I'm sure with us sleeper agents, there's got to be something that we were giving as a way to identify one
A
another.
call sign or something.
Yes, exactly.
Sure. What?
So I'll make the call sign.
Any sleeper agents in the area would immediately recognize the call sign, and they do not react to it. But yeah, we're just hauling calcium supplements. The orcs
Indeed.
use it for their beetles to help them with their milk production. I mean,
This
you
is
could speak
true.
for this, pointing to you, Bullreg.
Who is your contact in the hills? I know all of the purveyors of calcium.
It's Sir Philip Franz.
Sir Philip Franz. Yes, indeed. He is a wonderful man. He runs a shop called Nature's Bounty,
Yeah,
which is strange because most of the things he sells are not entirely natural, but it is a bit of irony, and he enjoys it.
Well,
How did you come into contact with Mr. Franz?
It's old family business. We've been supplying the Franz milk beetle farms with calcium supplements, for
I worked on those farms when I was a boy. Oh,
you
this
might have
is-
seen us before. We've been running this route for decades, I mean, you can check in the wagon. We've got a manifest over there that shows us, all of our receipts and paperwork and, bill of goods. And Luaith looking through it, it all looks on the up and up. I mean, like, you can get into the crates if you want. Just be careful. I mean, we've got them, you would know, Bullreg, where we take them and we pack the calcium supplements with meal that we buy and along with bits of clay and whatnot for additional, vitamins and whatnot.
Of course. This is standard practice. And you were accosted by these small-minded fools.
When we were leaving, we were warned that, things were picking up and we might be harassed on our travels, but we didn't think it would be this bad, or we would have hired a third party or something like that to deliver these.
Did they say why you might be harassed?
They just presume any skeletons south of the curtain nowadays are spies or up to espionage or...
Right. This hasn't always been the case, though. Has something happened just recently? We've been detained for a while. May have missed any current news.
I mean, the Metro's been on high alert for a while. I'm not sure what. I don't have any, but I've heard the rumors, and I guess that there was something that happened, up on the mesa. It's all sorts of hubbub went out from there, and after that, things, I guess, really tightened down in the Metro.
I am very sorry that you have had to face this inconvenience. You are just traitors doing a service for the people of the shit hills, and I will not stand by and allow my hills to be deprived of necessary calcium.
So this is actually a political disaster on our hands.
Now, I do want to toss out there, those guys over there, they're just soldiers doing what the commanding officer said because there's a war on and we're not. So before we get into like cutting people down,
Don't cut people down. I crush them.
I know, and I get that. So before we start smashing heads, maybe we think about them following orders, being concerned that the skeletons, they're doing what they think they're supposed to do. Maybe they're assholes, but not all assholes are evil.
What if
I don't
General
think any assholes are evil.
What if General Bart took them as, I don't know, decided to accompany them, so to speak, to the Orc Shithills? I mean, we don't have to go the whole way. We can just go part of the way, but at least maybe get them through this
That'd be
region.
doable.
Could go the whole way as well. I have promised you communal shitting, remember?
You
I have
have.
not forgotten.
You have.
Quite true.
Bohai's back in a state where he could participate.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting close.
Maybe General Bart, you heard that these guys were wanted. And granted, I know this is a little bit of a, some falsehoods or whatnot. What if these skeletons were wanted for crimes down in the shithills and we had to extradite them for like some prior like incidents and whatnot? And we, being the upstanding people, well, we're going to escort them, right, to stand trial for what they did, down there.
I was
Special
thinking about
task
something
force.
a little more straightforward in that, accosting these traders and preventing the delivery of calcium could be a political disaster for the Mesa or the Metro.
Exactly. And Bullrich here is a representative of his homeland that really need that calcium.
They need
We
that
do
calcium,
indeed.
and we need that milk. Imagine if that milk stopped flowing.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you do that,
Shudder to think.
that's great and all. But what they'll do is they'll just have some of their people send it down. But these skeletons are still fucked.
Oh, I expect that we'll take them with us
Yes.
still,
Of
but
course.
under positive pretense.
Okay, is that our
I
plan?
mean, I'm fine with that.
It's your show, General.
All right, General, you need to give me a leadership test to try and convince these soldiers that you are going
BS.
to disarm. That is not a great roll.
No, I don't think we have any way to reroll, do we?
I don't think we have any banked right now.
Do they give him lip?
Yeah, they start giving him lip. Yeah.
How dare you? And I will pull them all out, not to swing. How dare you? You sit here on a checkpoint, a regular checkpoint, as lowly soldiers doing duty for orders that are miles away. And when your general comes here before you and gives you charge to change, gives you purpose, and not merely idle lollygagging around, you question him. You choose not to do what he says. I say you are no soldiers. You are cowards. You are criminals.
Jeff, I need a test from you as well, man. It's going to fall under communication. I think persuasion would fit.
Okay.
Get a bonus for name dropping.
And I'm going to put you up against the same difficulty Dan just went at. And if
Okay.
you succeed, I'm going to reduce the difficulty that Dan got to, or needed,
Okay.
which would move him into a success.
That's a
You
16. If it's no
succeed.
good,
Still,
I
There
do
we
have
go.
oratory and can re-roll that.
oh shit, no, 16's plenty. I was
Ooh.
going for 15. Moving that 15 difficulty down, I'm going to move it down by 2 points, which means Bart, they relent and they're like, fine, we got some forms that we need you to sign saying that we're releasing the prisoners to you. And they
Very well.
get the forms. We're still under orders here to maintain and run this checkpoint and apprehend any other skeletons that we find, though. But these 3 are yours. You're free to take them and their cargo.
Dwarf, how's that cargo looking?
I mean, it all looks, pretty straightforward. I mean, I'm no expert on like calcium supplements, but it looks like all the paperwork, it tracks.
And I mean, Bullrig, if you went and you looked at it, I mean, it's memories of childhood right there. Like, you definitely
Ah,
fed
yes.
many of these to many beetles.
Yes, to Bertha. She was a beetle I raised since she was a very small, tiny egg. And she grew to be the size, well, of a large building. Somewhere she roams this land, carrying countless amounts of traders and merchants on top of her. I hope to see her again one day. And
That would be-
right now, there are child orcs in the shithills who are having such encounters with baby beetles as well. And if we would have allowed these small-minded, idiotic soldiers to prevent us from doing these poor merchants' duty, we would have denied those children. That is what we have managed to salvage today. The dreams of
Imagine
children.
if we managed to turn the shithill orcs against the metro today, right here. What a sad day it would be.
Indeed.
Would it?
Maybe.
You all.
You did very well, sir. Excellent leadership.
So many deaths.
Yeah.
So many communal shits to be had.
So-
Wait, you okay there, buddy?
Yeah. I'm realizing that the chances of me having to actually visit the shit hills have gone up exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean having to? You mean being overjoyed to have the opportunity.
Yeah.
And you are
I'm
going
just-
with a native member of the hills, which means you get to see all of the good places and not the tourist traps.
You know what it is? I'm just scared that you're going to judge my scat. It's going to be some scrawny elven scat and Yorks.
I've
You're going to
seen
be like,
your
oh,
scat.
no.
There is nothing to be ashamed of. Your scat is perfectly reasonable for a man of your age.
I imagine that comes from time with BM2. Like, BM2
Oh,
very
absolutely.
carefully analyzed everyone's stool to, oh, I need to increase this one's water intake.
That's why I was always trying to get Louis to drink more water.
A meticulously balanced diet.
As he goes to put his maul back, he looks at the hand. He's like, I will need to inform BM2's family that he is pissed as well. That will be a hard task. Very hard indeed.
Okay, well that's honestly okay. I'm kind of on board with that.
But we will shit in his honor together. Claps you on the shoulder. Will we not?
I mean, okay, but we have our own separate places. Like we
No.
don't have to like.
Separate places. That is a waste. That
Eye
is
to
a waste. Absolutely.
We don't have to like hold hands or nothing while we do it, do we?
Wait. You do not
Or,
know. a
or is it like
person.
cheek to cheek?
No.
Well,
That
you
is
do
only
not
for
know
married
a person until you stare them into the eye, as they should. That is how you truly know someone. We will all get closer that day. I promise you, my brothers. We will be closer and better for it.
And that's Defenders of Kobold's dating advice.
That's gotta. I'm gonna have to I gotta mark this time down. That's 54 minutes, 31 seconds. Writing it down.
The merch
damn
right
it.
there.
That's gotta
Oh
be a
man.
clip. All right.
That's a T-shirt right there.
That's a fucking t-shirt. All right. You help the skeletons, you get them back geared up. They actually, you didn't notice it before, but their wagons were being pulled by several beetles. Younger beetles, but definitely,
Oh,
even a
Bullrig.
younger beetle is still large enough to easily bear the weight of Bullrig.
There's a tear in
This is
his
a
eye
great day.
as he relives his
Truly.
boyhood.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. So
One day. One day. Oh, these are such magnificent creatures.
Oh, very well trained, very tame.
Yes.
Great, nice.
They are
Just
excellent.
iridescent shells to them, a lot of sheen. Very well taken care of. Like, oh yes,
He'll like nuzzle under like mandibles and stuff, like it's a
Yeah.
dog, like licking the face and everything. Oh,
absolutely
come,
fantastic.
Louis, come. They are quite social creatures. Come here. Come, put your hand here and your face right here. Just like, just do that. They like it very much.
You,
Come on.
It's a custom. I believe they call motorboating.
yeah,
That
you
is
put
true.
your,
You have heard of it, Bohai. Excellent. You are so wise and worldly.
yeah. So Louis, yeah, you put your head underneath those mandibles. The smaller feeding kind of claws kind of come out and like move through your hair, kind of like very, very gentle, very,
Do you see the ooze right there? That is what we call the happiness ooze. That means it likes you.
it's just a string of it off the tip of your nose.
Ah, I think you have made a friend this day, Louis. You have indeed.
Beetle will remember you for life.
No.
making so many friends, Louis.
I gotta know, what are the name of these two beetles?
Well, Louis should name one, I believe. Yes, because they have bonded so significantly.
I'm gonna call this boy Blue Beetle.
You're my boy,
This-
Blue.
That is an excellent name. It is what is wonderful. This
That's
is
the color
Thelma.
of this.
It's very sweet.
It's tasty, is it not? Don't eat too much of it. You will get a stomach ache.
I'm ashamed of myself, but this is good.
It's an interesting fact. When you eat it, the color that it is going in is the same color that it is coming out.
Yeah.
Brawl's gonna reach over as Louis, I'm pretty sure, is frozen, and I'm just gonna swipe some off of his finger. And
Yeah, very
Yeah.
sweet.
I like
Okay.
to think the dung beetles like do whatever version of growling is whenever Brawl gets close.
I figured
Yes.
Uh,
Blue. Good Thelma, yes.
Brawl,
yeah,
I want you to give me, we're gonna go with a communication test.
sure thing.
I would think dung beetles don't like reptiles.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a hefty growl and a little nip at your hand.
All right, fair enough.
Yes. They sense deception. They are very, very loyal creatures.
If they're around a lot of Drac, I probably smell pretty different too.
Yeah, I mean this goo though, like consistency and flavor of like what's inside of a gusher. Like
Nice.
That's good stuff.
Yes. Hmm.
so yeah, your skeleton friends are ready to move on. They get the beetles hitched up. They're ready to start moving on. Plenty of room for you all to ride in the wagon. They do offer, these two, they are trained, to be ridden if one or two of you want to sit on them while we go.
I would want nothing less, of course. Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, you get right up behind the rear horn. Which is a great spot to set, and off you all go. Travel is significantly quicker, roads easier. You get the happy chipping and chirping of the beetles as you all move along. The skeletons are absolutely enthralled, telling Brawl all about the supplements and all the benefits they have, not just for the milk quality and viscosity, but also the shine and the speed at which they grow, and the iron that they get in the diet that they include with the calcium helps with the molting. So I mean, it's a very, very important.
I suppose there's grades of calcium supplement.
There certainly are. There certainly are.
Brawl's absolutely writing all this down.
Yeah. They tell
Grade A
of,
calcium supplier.
yeah, they tell of some, less reputable calcium suppliers that cut the calcium with like seasons because they claim that the calcium,
Devious.
yeah, they claim it flavors the milk, but they're like, all it does, we've had plenty of people check this out. All it does is just make it taste a little bit chalkier.
It's the ones who put the almond powder in, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, some of them do chili pepper, some of them do just regular peppers, some salt it. Yeah, it doesn't. We had someone who did dried citrus in it, but that was really bad for that beetle.
That is an abomination. Oh
It
my
is.
goodness.
Not only is it an abomination, it caused injury to that beetle. Like that person lost their calcium license after that.
Well, I would
Yeah, I remember
certainly-
the chocolate calcium was supposed to produce chocolate milk, but
It
I'm
does.
so disappointed. So disappointed.
You always put the chocolate in afterwards.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So, the rest of the ride goes great, smooth, very enjoyable. It's as you're getting close, you can see the kitchen stadium looming up in the distance. Let me see if I've got a picture of that. I did at one point. Maybe I don't have it anymore. Damn. But yeah, you see it coming up in the distance. This giant monstrosity. Think like the old Roman style Colosseums, just cranked up to 11. Just this huge thing. And with as large as this is, you're still just miles away from it. It's huge on the horizon. But you're coming to the point where the roads on the other side of the river that this road's traveling along, you know that it's Tater territory. Like all of its lands that were ruined by the Temple of Russell. You look and it's just torn up dirt. You've heard about the dust clouds that kick up from this. You can see a few patches of green, but it all looks kind of like those are vines, right? Like it definitely gives a very eerie and unsafe. But you all see ahead of you on the road, kind of camped out alongside of it. A band of warriors. They see you coming. They give you no mind. You can see they're fixing up armor. They're sharpening blades. And as you can get closer, let me show you a picture. They call out friendly enough greeting. These are some of the legendary battle chefs of Kitchen Stadium.
Nice.
Love it.
Oh, it sucks.
Greetings, travelers. Do you head to the stadium?
At least for a brief period of time.
Ah, very well, very well. You all look like you have some skill to your metal, especially you there on the beetle. That hammer of yours looks like it could make a decent minced meat, if you will.
I will indeed.
There's a tournament coming up here soon.
I will win it.
Well, I would certainly recommend that you all participate. He kind of walks over, big bulky dude with his giant like chef style hat, and he hands you, and this is I'm gonna jump us to another scene, a flyer. Yes, a 3-course tournament is coming up here soon. You're skilled as you look. The first place pot is 500 gold.
I will win it. I have said this already. Why are we still conversing?
We're talking. That's all it is. And please continue on your journey. We're preparing for another tater hunt.
Have you been accosted by the yams?
They're quite dangerous these days. In this territory, it's not so much yams, but the lesser russet variety that plague the area. And we regularly make these ventures into their territory.
Tell me, having dealt with the spuds in the area, have you come across something called the Golden Child?
We have heard that. Yes, that is a name we have heard before. If you head deep into this territory, you will find their old crumbled temple. We've seen it before, but never ventured into it. But those who have been foolish enough to have seen writings and of a golden child, some kind of monstrous and deformed potato messiah. Yes, I've heard it. Rumors quite disturbing. I tell you, if we ever come across it ourselves, it will be en gratin. Yes, it is a thing we've heard, especially this close to their old territory.
Are they coming from the territory? You say old territory. Do they have new territory?
Now that we don't know, but it's rumored that many, many years ago, the cult of Russell built their temple, the temple that you see there, if you venture deep enough, and that is where they brought this curse upon our land, as they tried to resurrect a long-dead god of theirs. The process destroyed them all, but their curse still ravages the land.
I fear it is not over.
Yes.
Do you know the name of this god?
They called him Russell.
Ah, they are not creative. They
No.
just repeat the same thing over and over, I see.
Yes, they do.
And that is why they will be defeated.
Mm-hmm.
Just like wrestled before, he will be bashed again.
So when is this competition happening?
Well, it's approaching soon. You've still got maybe a month, which is plenty of time for you to gather your ingredients. Have you ever participated in one of the tournaments before?
No.
Well, there in the flyer I gave you is the courses you must prepare. You must have all of your accoutrement ready, and then in the tournament itself, you will battle the creatures destined for the table. And then in front of everyone, you will prepare the meals, and our judges will eat them. Those that fight the best, have the highest quality ingredients, and cook the tastiest and most creative version of the dish, win. But if you don't have your ingredients, you can buy them at the stadium, but you won't get any extra points for that. There's no honor.
Is this a group competition or just a single chef?
Of course. What chef does not have their team behind them? Their sous chefs, sauciers, the whole line.
Those are all words.
I see this competition as being a big defend the flag sort of thing, while you've got the one chef preparing and everyone else keeping him from being killed.
Well, luckily, the ingredient gathering, that's entirely on you. The slaying of the creatures, that will be by your team. Now, the other teams won't be there. But when it is time to cook, yes, everyone's on the stadium floor. It can get quite dangerous.
It will
Quite
be very
exhilarating.
dangerous for the other participants.
I
Indeed.
like that attitude. If you do well in this tournament, you'll be invited back, and you keep at it. Eventually, you'll be invited to go against us, the Bloody Chefs.
Why wait?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, friend.
Ah, cowardice. I'm sorry, I was not aware of it.
Not cowardice. We are warriors as well as performers. If you do something well, never do it for free.
And they seem to have their own whole, like, you work your way up sort of thing.
That is very true. If you were to fight us here, it would have no bearing on the stadium.
They have very cute uniforms. They are matching.
They are matching,
very
yes. You all should consider it. A good theme amongst your crew goes quite a ways.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Do the teams have names and mascots and things?
Oh, yes. Like ours, the Bloody Chefs, and they point to the, badge on their chest, twin bloody butcher cleavers. There's all sorts of varieties of other ones. The last ones that just, they did well, but they kind of fell out the at the end there were the Punishing Plums. And there was the Sorbet Sauciers. That was a terrible name.
I hope they was summarily beaten. Yes.
Oh, they were. They did not make it far. No one, listen. If it comes time to make a dessert, never rely on the ice cream machine. It will always disappoint you. If you need something that cold, always use the anti-griddle.
Why would you want ice cream? You just pour yourself a cold glass of milk and put some dung sludge inside of it, and it is better than any ice cream you will ever have.
I've had myself a tasty glass of beetle milk with the sludge in it, and it is quite delicious, earthy, really opens you up. Fantastic way to end a hearty meal.
Ice cream is a trap.
Very good. Well, anyway, we must continue our preparations. Here in about an hour, we're heading across the river to mash us some taters, if you will. But,
Happy tater hunting.
Yes. Yes.
Good luck in your scalloping.
Thank you. Thank you. We shall do honor this day and return with many delicious potatoes to serve at the concession stands.
Hey, you boil them, mash them, or stick them in a stew.
Very well, friend. I like that. And they go back to prepping.
I turn to everyone else. I do believe that the Yams will defeat them, and when we see them again, they will not be themselves. They look like fools. I am sorry. And anyone who gets together with who has corresponding outfits on the battlefield, they are not real warriors. They are performers.
Isn't Bart in his military uniform?
But there's only me in it.
That's true. But I mean, wouldn't
I'm
soldiers
sorry,
follow
bro.
that?
I want to stop you right there. You are about to make a statement that in some way, shape, or form perhaps might cast aspersions on Bart.
No.
No.
I was just
It will.
simply pointing out
will.
a bit of contradiction in your statement. That's all.
You're trying to say then that Bart is not a real soldier or warrior?
No.
That is what I heard.
That was what you said.
No. That is what you implied.
I implied nothing except that maybe
Yes, you did.
You're speaking.
I did not
your
bring
speech
Bart up
was-
at all in this conversation. It was you, sir.
Mhm. You know what? You're right, Bullrig. We'll just carry on.
We will, won't we?
Mhm. Also,
yes.
speaking
we
of which,
will.
are we going straight to the Orc Shithills, or are we making our little stop first? Because I believe our little stop is before then.
Yeah. How late in the day is it?
Yeah, it's coming up maybe 4 or 5 o'clock.
Oh,
You've
this
got-
place has the best concession stands.
They do.
I mean, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Have you ever had a deep fried pickle? They're the best.
Deep fried pickle.
I don't believe I have. That's a
Yeah.
day for tasting.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, yeah.
Wait a second. You have a problem with me drinking milk and the natural dung beetle juice that makes it taste sweet and communal shitting, but you will eat a deep fried pickle? Shit. Who are you? I do not even know.
Look,
I trust
you know
Brawl
what?
more than I trust you now, Louis. Oh, goodness. Oh, God.
I'm a monster. I admit
You
it.
are indeed.
I'm sorry.
We all know that something vinegar based does not get along well with something milk based. So yeah, couple
Maybe it's
more
because
hours.
I'm so sour myself, just kind of like to like.
Couple more hours of travel. You make it to the stadium. It's always busy. There's always things going on. There is where you can sign up. Like you said, it is, probably, I think he said a month, but it's actually, when you look at the board, it's closer to like 3 weeks to the tournament that's coming up. You can sign up. They do the sign up so far in advance because, like, the main creatures, the main proteins for your dishes are creatures you fight in the stadium. Everything else you have to provide or purchase or, whatever else you need to plan and cook out your meal, you have to bring with you. So they like to give plenty of time for you to gather whatever ingredients you would need. But there's plenty, they have plenty of rooms, full, hotel accommodations in this thing. They don't have, restaurants. It's just different concession stands all over, each one having
It's
its
the
own
best.
specialty.
They've got these traveling wagon carts where they go around and they just park and they sell food off the backs. Amazing.
They do. It's actually inside, not so much carts, but like a train system where they rotate once an hour. So that way throughout the day, there's always a different cart at each location.
I heard that there is a clown themed purveyor of beets here.
There is.
Let's get some rooms and let's have a nice night, guys. We're flush with gold and let's have a great meal. I gotta admit, with the new flesh suit, I'm a little starved and I want to try out the digestion system. Have a good solid poo there, Bullrag.
I understand that. That makes perfect sense indeed. There's
It'll be this
it's,
bodies first.
Yes.
That's got to be like a special occasion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Having your first food baby?
Yeah.
Your first food, baby.
I'll always
Luab,
remember our
actually,
first food baby.
I grab several things. It's like, hey, could you give me a hand with this, Luaf? Let's go grab a room.
Yeah, all right. I got you.
When we get to the room,
Yeah.
Luaf, I'm sending you a Discord message.
All right.
I'm gonna pick up like some meat
Oh yeah.
on the bone, preferably. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they've got, you kind of have to wander around for it because kind of where you entered in the area where you all got, where Luath and Bohai got their rooms. Right now, it's a wrap cart, so they all sorts of different varieties of wraps, fresh veggies and stuff. But if you just walk a couple stations down, like I said, it's on this track that rotates. You do find just a good old fashioned like barbecue kind of joint. So I mean, they've got ribs of all variety, good sauces to go with it because we're up in Kansas over here, and yeah, all sorts of delicious things. They got greens to go along with it, beans, baked beans, everything. A full
Fully
hearty
three
meal.
quarters of
Keep the
everything is deep
greens.
fried.
Keep the greens.
Just the meat.
Just the meat.
Yeah, it's definitely more expensive than what you would get anywhere else, but that's to be expected at a tourist trap. But yeah, you get a hearty meal. Bullrig. So Brawl has wandered off to get some meats. Bohai and Luath have gone to get the rooming accommodations taken care of. So Bullrig and Bart, what are you two doing?
I'm kind of game to just wander around.
Sure.
Indeed. That sounds good.
Do whatever shows up. It sounds appealing.
Sure. Yeah, you're wandering around for a while, and eventually, you two are just kind of taking in the sights. They've got all these monuments of the different chefs that have come through. They've got these great, stone, statue things, reenactments of great points of battle here and there. But Bullrig, eventually, you hear someone call out for you, like, Bullrig! Bullrig! Over here! And you turn and you see down the ways a little bit one of these food carts that's shaped like a giant beetle. And you see this orc leaning out, just waving at you. And you recognize him from the Shithills. He's kind of ran one of the smaller beetle farms. But they've got a full milk beetle dairy kind of thing going on here. Come, friend. It's been years since I've seen you. Years, I say.
Oh, Go-Go, is that you?
It's
oh my
Go-Go
goodness.
indeed, Bullrig. It's so good to see you, old friend.
It is great to see you as well. I must introduce you to my friend. Commander, come here. Meet an old friend from my homeland. This is Go-Go. Go-Go runs a very modest but what is the word? Exceptional
Must
dung
be
beetle farm.
successful to be here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, many a dung beetle's carapace was shined as a young lad. Us together sometimes as well. Yes,
we did. I remember our time back on the Franz farm. Yes, before I got my own land. Those were good
Yes.
days. Here, friends. Here. As he turns around and kind of goes to his tap, and he sets in front of you each a very, very frosty, cold pitcher of chunky milk beetle milk. You can see it's got that nice brown ribboning through it of the the fungal that grows off the dung.
Oh, goodness, just like Mother used to make. Oh, this is just fantastic. Here, Bart, just take a big chug. Now, do not stop and do not sip this. Do not let
that's-
Luwaith try to teach you how to drink. You drink
Bullrig
this
steers you right.
gusto.
Just
Yes, get it all in there
throw
at
it back.
once.
Just
There's no way
bottoms
to
up.
drink it. Yes.
It's creamy, it's chunky, it's earthy, ice cold,
Mm. Ugh.
filling,
Yes.
refreshing. It's wonderful.
Ugh. I feel like I could fight 1,000 creatures right now.
So
Well,
good.
these hellhounds, I will take them out right now.
Oh, well,
goodness.
that's coming up at the next competition. They just wrapped the previous one.
Yes.
Are you all going to be competing in that?
Possibly, yes, probably.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, Bullrig, if you're on their team fighting for them, I know who I'm putting bets on.
Yes, this is true. Yes. And if we are, I would ask you to perhaps put an additional bet on us as well, if you understand my meaning.
I got you there, friend. I got you there, friend.
Excellent. Yes. I'm assuming there are not rules against this, of course.
No. The only rules is you bring your own ingredients, you kill the animals yourselves, and then once
Yes.
essentially the melee starts, anything goes.
Oh, excellent. That is my favorite kind of melee.
Mm.
Yes.
Our favorite kind of thing, Annie.
Yes,
That is true.
There's all
Gogo, you
sorts
don't
of-
realize
Oh,
you are in the presence of one of the greatest military tacticians the Thunder Rift has ever produced.
oh, wow. Oh, and he reaches over the counter and just very heartily shakes your hand, almost knocks you off the stool in front of his cart. Oh, it's
Just
anyone who's got praise like this from Bullrig has mine as well, friend. I'll have
yes,
to double my
He-
bets.
he is both a brilliant and effective warrior in combat, but also in the social arena as well. Just recently, he liberated a few calcium merchants who are delivering
Oh.
necessary ingredients to our farms, as you very well know. And he did
Yes.
this without bloodshed.
I heard that they were, the Metro. I heard they were harassing our bony
Indeed.
friends on the roads, causing all sorts of trouble.
It is despicable
This
indeed.
world come to.
The Metro has
Tough
truly
times.
fallen.
They have.
Yes.
They have. I mean, listen, you and I both know how important those calcium supplements are, and I've never met a
course.
skeleton that's, they do their thing. They do it efficiently, quickly. And, just let them do their, I
Of
mean,
course. The Metro has deprived them and kept them cornered in a section of the world, and of course they would be so agitated. It is,
you back a hellhound into a corner, don't blame it if you get burned.
that is well said, sir. Well said. He always comes up with very clever sayings like that, Bart. Very clever indeed.
Very wise.
Ulrig was gifted with the fight, and I was gifted with the gab, I guess you could put it there.
That is true. I have always been very shy. I do not like to talk very much,
That's true.
especially around others. But
This
not
one.
Gogo. Yes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Are you going to be staying here for a while?
For some time, at least for the night. Yes.
Oh,
yes,
that's
indeed.
fantastic. Very
We
good.
do need to keep those calcium traders on their way.
Oh,
Yes, that is
you're
true.
escorting them.
We are indeed.
That is fantastic. Good. I had my farm. I ended up, and he lifts, kind of leans back and lifts up his leg, and you can see that he's got a prosthetic from like the knee down.
Oh my goodness.
It was terrible times. I was careless around a bull.
Mm,
You know how they get when you get some of the, the happy juice on your leg, so to say. Took it right off. Ever since then,
Yes.
I just didn't have the balance to, really do what I needed to do. So I sold my farm off to Franz.
oh no.
Did you
that is
ever beetle
terrible.
bull ride?
What's that?
I assume there's beetle bull riding.
There is. It's you should have seen Bullrig on that. Oh man,
Yes.
it takes a special kind of thigh strength
Yes.
to hold yourself
I
on. one of
still
those.
hold the records, of course, back
You
when we were
do?
in school days. Yes, and we would sneak out and we would attend the milk bars when we were perhaps
This
a bit
one-
below age.
This one here, you should have seen him. Needs a steal, that one. You're not getting him off once he
True.
decided to.
Oh, stop it. Stop. You are embarrassing me, Gogo. Come now.
But yeah,
Ah.
so yeah, I had to
I
sell.
mean, it is true, of course, but still.
Franz, he's a fair one. He gave me a good price. And now, I own this, and my only catch is that I buy all of my product directly from him, which is fine. He makes the best. I
He
ain't gonna
does.
complain about that
It's
one
true.
bit. This is all straight from him.
Well, I am quite glad to see that you have found a way to make your way in this world. That is a terror. I had not heard of the accident. I am so sorry to have heard that.
It was a while back, but it's fine. I'm doing good now. Doing good. And plus, I like to think of myself as an ambassador of sorts, How many
course.
people outside of the hills are going to get a chance to have something this delicious?
It is true. It is amazing how few of them actually understand our ways. The party we are in are very resistant to hearing about communal shitting. There is this one elf. Let me tell you, I try so hard to bring. I extend the
Alright,
hand of friendship
Bolrig,
to him
I gotta
like I
stop
would
you
the.
there.
I'm sorry. Yes.
They've got communal bathrooms here.
No. Are you serious?
I am serious. Oh,
We
every
must
morning.
shit together, my
8
friends.
a.m.,
Oh my
I'll meet you there.
Oh, Bart,
Under
you were coming,
Section
of course.
C? Of
I'm
course.
not even going. Of course, Bart is coming. Yes,
I
yes.
would.
And we have a friend,
last
Bohai. He
next.
is exploring different digestive systems tonight. I would be
Oh.
very curious to see what feces he manages to
I would
produce
be
in the morning. I would be
honored
very
to
curious.
meet your friend's stool in the morning.
Wonderful. It is a date, of course. Oh,
This is
gosh.
amazing. I haven't been this happy in a long time, Bolrig. Thank
Oh,
you.
me as well. Me as well. Oh, goodness. Perhaps we will finally, Bart, convince Luaith, and he will stop holding me at a distance. I invite him in like a
So-
brother, and he rejects me left and right. Brawl is not invited.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
we'll
you all
we'll win him over yet.
say your warm farewells, and I'll see you in the morning. I'm so excited for this. After that, we'll come back here and I'll get you all the best breakfast. Oh, it'll be
Oh,
great. I've got
look
curds that
for
you
it.
would not believe.
You have curds? Are they
I've-
fresh? Oh, my
They're
goodness.
fresh. I make them here. And he,
Don't you now?
yes,
Oh,
he kind of points to the back, and you see the big giant vats that they use for curds. God,
that is...
I'll pull out a batch.
You have found something truly wonderful here, my friend.
It's fantastic. I enjoy it greatly. Anyway, tomorrow morning we grunt together, then we feast together.
Indeed.
This is going to be
I look forward to our communal strain. Good day.
Anyway, good night. I'll see you in the morning. I'm
Good-
excited.
good
I'm not
night,
going to be
my
able to
friend.
sleep tonight.
No, of course not. Neither am I. I'm so excited.
Gives you time for a midnight snack.
So yeah,
Yes, we must make sure we eat good fiber tonight so that our shitting is comfortable.
you all kind of reconvene. Bohai and Luaith, you've gotten your rooms, you've gotten your skeleton friends settled in. You've had a chance to peruse some of the food carts. As Bolrig and Bart come back in, you see your three companions here, Luaith, Bohai, and Brawl. You've got this giant plate of ribs you're just devouring.
Mhm.
I know there was talk
Snapping
of,
bones.
yeah, pickles, fried pickles. I mean, that's what you want. They have one cart that specializes in pickling and frying anything you bring to them. So, I mean, they've got the smorgasbord of, pickled eggs, pickled hog's feet, anything you would want, pickled veggies of every kind. So yeah, you've just got this like charcuterie board of fried, pickled everything. Go ahead. Anything?
Yeah.
Bohai
I'll get
eats it
my gold
all.
piece. A full gold
Samples
piece. I want everything.
Yeah, yeah, they load you up. Like I said, it's expensive, but the servings are very good size. So, anyway, yeah, you reconvene. Anything else?
You know,
want-
I heard that one season the losers were put in the food for that day's concession. It's amazing, I hear.
It wouldn't be unheard of, not here.
Did they not just complete? We met an old friend of mine, Goko, who said they had just recently completed a competition. Perhaps you are eating some of the losers right now.
maybe some of this meat on the charcuterie board here. Definitely not these pickles, though. I mean,
It has been the way since the old gods.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
So I hear.
I'm gonna point out, like, there's not even bones left on Brawl's plate. He's just eating meat and bone whole, just, snapping, and
Yeah.
he's
friends.
yeah.
Eat up. Eat everything. Yes, all of it. I have a wonderful surprise for you. And I will
Oh, yeah?
put a big arm around Bohai and a big arm around Luath, and I will let out and yes, even you two, Brawl. We will
Wait.
shit together sooner than we thought. There is a communal shitting
Ooh.
apparatus right here, my friend Gogo. We grew up together, and you are eating such wonderful foods. The aromas we will have in the morning together. Ah, and finally we will bond together. Yes, and perhaps, Brawl, this is an opportunity for us to bury the hatchet at last.
That'd be great.
And if it does not work, I am afraid I will have to kill you. No, I'm kidding, of course. Or am I? I joke. I am just so excited right now. Oh, like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, that's stall 3.
Oh, interesting. Now, I would advise you against the candy, unless it is of the chocolate variety, then that will
No,
help you
they're
in the morning.
candied children. Stall 3.
No, you are. Oh, hi. Oh, I thought you were playing a fib on me, but you are right. Look at it right there. Is that a dwarf child right there? Oh, yes, you can see the beard on it. Yes, of course.
Sour
Maybe.
Patch Halflings, right?
Is labeled faux halfling.
I had to clarify
It's just
that.
a gnome.
Yeah.
Ah,
Ah,
I'm very excited.
yeah. You were all able to get the rooms here. They're all nice. I mean, there's no such thing as a bad room here. Like your regular room sleeps 2 to a bed. Skeletons, they're fine in their one room. 2 of them can share a bed. That's actually what they kind of insist on. Which leaves, did you get 2 rooms or 3 rooms?
3.
3? Okay.
And we're flush with gold.
Who's got the room to themselves?
Probably Bullrig. I imagine he snores real loud.
It is snore.
I know we
Probably. He is
insist
quite
you take a
large.
room to yourself. No, we insist,
I know
Bullrig.
he always wants to
You need to
Champions
spread
right.
out a little.
Way.
You need a bed of your own.
You are so kind. Truly, it should be Bart, though, don't you think? Yes, he is our leader, of course. It should be him. Yes.
We
And
all
so he
deserve-
should be protected. There should always be at least one person around him.
Boha, you are so wise indeed. And I assume that I can leave this charge with the rest of you to ensure the safety of my champion, my commander.
We
Oh,
got you.
as a matter of fact, I'll take the room with him.
Excellent. I leave him in the care of yourself. In the one, of course. He could be not safer.
Louis, who you want a room with? Me or Bullrig?
Bullrig, I think,
Yes,
was getting the
Louis.
room.
No, Bullrig's, I'm not going to intrude on his sleep at all. Yeah, no, that's
No,
I'm
don't
not
worry.
gonna-
I probably won't sleep at all tonight. I am so giddy with anticipation.
Sleep in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's about right.
No, that is fine. Go sleep with Brawl. That is fine. I will go to my own room. That is fine. Good night.
Yeah.
And he very like you can tell like he's a little sad and he feels a little hurt, but he's trying to hold it in as he turns away and goes to his own room.
Somebody's got to keep an eye on him,
In 5 minutes, like everyone else, all the other doors in the hallway open up and they're like, what is that noise?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Did he die? Oh no, he started breathing again. Okay.
No, it's when
No.
the noise stops that you have to,
Yeah.
check.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've slept around people like that before.
Yeah. Peaceful night. Very restful. You can hear, though, that they've definitely got creatures in the stadium somewhere because you can hear the calls and the growls and the roars.
So I want a scene, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Bart, we're sharing a room and it's like, hey, I pop open one of those kits and it's like, this was a pretty spiffy skin job they have in here, but they had a whole bunch of other ones. Of course, they got the Standard, which is what Bohai looked like originally. They got a Mel Gibson, and they've got this one. And I hold up your skin.
Yeah, they do.
So, anything you want to get off your chest there?
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, you look at it.
I kind of like my chest where it's at, in fact.
Well, apparently many people do. I mean, turn it around and put it right next to you. It's your duplicate exactly. It's like it's obviously it's in the kit. So this is a pretty standard skin job here.
Yeah, Bart, you definitely recognize it. That's
Mm-hmm.
the one that you picked when it was time for you to get skinned up.
Yeah. I've done pretty well for myself in the Metro.
Oh no, that's what I wanted to check on. I mean, yeah, it's great here, right? Well, why would you want to go back?
I'm kind of more angling for peace at this point.
Yeah, I mean, but if there's peace, then they're all going to come across. And once they see how nice it is over here, they're all going to come across.
I don't know. I mean, there wouldn't be a conflict right now if they all felt that way.
I mean, the first wave, because, there'll be some that won't believe it and they'll come and they'll see how great everything is. They don't have to stand in lines for everything. And then they got to go back and they're going to tell their families. And then, then soon it's just going to be no wall. They'll tear the wall down. And then there's going to be this immigration problem.
I mean, they used to be here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of territory here. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not. I just want a little time here before that happens. A little bit more time.
It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah, I know. All right, just so you know, Luoth knows. Bullrig, we didn't think it'd go over well.
Perhaps we shall have to tell him soon.
That's on you. Yeah, that's on you. Yeah, whatever you feel
think
like, that's a good thing.
I would rather tell him than have him find out.
Well, I mean, he took it all right when I, was defleshed the first time. It wasn't so bad. I mean, he only threatened to kill me for the first week after.
True. But I prefer him not threaten to kill me at all.
Well, So you've been here a long time too? Were you in the original wave of sleeper agents?
Long, I mean,
back in the aughts?
Quite some time.
Yeah, so Bart, you've been here a very long time, actually coming from original USSR military intelligence. So, yeah, you would have been here for a very long time.
They kind of just give me free reign to do whatever, but I gotta try and keep it on the super down.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, me
Laugh,
too.
Love,
Me too.
Lindy. Thank you for that raid. Hey, Lindy, great to see you. Thanks for coming by. I would explain what we're doing, but even my games go
Best
way
that you
left.
You want them to stay.
We
You
want
might.
them to stay.
Maybe it's better that we don't explain what's happening.
No, let's do this. Let's give Lindy's crew here a quick rundown of everything that's going on in this game. It's called Thunder Rift, based on the old D&D setting. We're using Fantasy Age to play it.
Loosely based.
Very loosely based.
Very
This is
loosely
season
inspired
2.
by.
Season 1 was a lot closer. But then the season 1 characters ascended to godhood and reshaped the world. So now currently there's a Cold War going on between the Metro, the, people with flesh, and the USSR, the United Socialist Skeleton Revolution. Is that it?
Republic, maybe.
Republic. That's it. Yeah. There's a skeleton country here, and it's in a Cold War, and we just found out that Bart, Dan there, is a skeletal sleeper agent, as is Bohai, but his was revealed a ways back. I don't know. Things are crazy. I can't really explain. But anyway, so Bohai and Bart, anything else you two want to discuss?
Oh, no. I just wanted to let you know that a few of us knew I'm okay with it. Just, you decide how you want to break it to Bull.
I mean, like, I kind of figured when we got the kid, like,
Yeah, of course. Just walk on eggshells until you decide to just give that. I'm going to leave that to you. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Luoth agreed with me on this one. We'll just leave it to you to break it to Bullrick.
If I were worried, I would have, made an effort to, withhold the kid from you. But
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Completely. I think we're of one mind on this. I mean, I do understand that us original sleeper agents that came over, that we got some kind of command words in our noggins that we could be taken over at any time. Has that happened to you yet that you know of?
No.
that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we would be aware of it actually, but just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Anyway, good night.
Good night.
Night wraps up. Bullrig, you're the first to wake up. First crack of lights. What are you doing?
Ugh. First I gets up and I let loose flatulence, as one does when they wake up. I stretch, as one does when they wake up. And then I go searching. Well, of course, I don my armor, of course. I don't sleep in that. It is absurd. And then I journey to my friends' rooms, and I will bang quite loudly. And I will say, "Wake up, my friends. It is time for me to show you a most wonderful tradition.
Yeah.
My dear friend Bart, my dearest friend, who I trust more than anyone. Come,
Louis,
and Lueth, I will win you over yet."
in the room, Brawl's
What
just
I
gonna
eat
look
all
at
the
Louis
pickles.
and I'm like, "Do you want me to grab you like a stiff drink before we go or anything?"
Please.
Okay, yeah,
Please.
I do that
please,
for you.
Please.
All right,
Yeah.
I can't do this sober.
fair.
Yeah. Eventually.
Bull High is already dressed. He's crossing his legs. He's like, "We got to get there soon. Brand new digestion system. I'm not going to hold out much longer."
I love the excitement, Bohai.
system is primed.
I'm excited for the walk. Gonna warm it up.
Makes me so happy. Yes.
You
I will-
all convene in the lobby of your little hotel section of the kitchen stadium. And sure enough, Go-Go there, waiting for you. Excited. He introduces like, I didn't have a chance to. I was so excited to see you. He introduces his son. Teenager. Pogo is his name.
Pogo! Oh my goodness, your father and I go back so far. He is older than me, of course, but I've known him for quite some time because you're the spitting image. Oh.
Yeah, thank you. He's told me stories about you when we were growing up. The time when you rode that bull, the bull beetle, and then
Oh, yes.
it leaped right off the cliff, but you didn't want to hurt its legs, so you rolled it over.
Yes,
that way it landed
of
on you.
course. Yes, of course. That is a classic. That is just like a Go-Go to tell this tale. Oh, my goodness. Oh, do you know what your father was doing the whole time this was happening?
He never said that.
Well, he was doing the exact same thing. He is far too modest, this one. We were riding a pair of sister beetles, and we did the same thing. Now, of course, yes, mine was a little bit larger than his, but that is no different. I am also much larger than your father, so proportionately, we were roughly the same size. And he is just as heroic as I was.
And Go-Go's like, "Oh, this is good. Listen, let's take this conversation to the room."
I thought it was just going to be you, but now we get to communicate with your young son. I am so happy to see this. I must introduce my friends. This right here is the wisest individual, devoted of the one that I have ever met. This is Bohai. He is a brilliant, wise man who has never told an ill thought to anyone. He is just above reproach. He channels the power of our greatest god because he is that worthy.
Oh,
This
Bohai.
here,
It's great. I told you you're working with the new plumbing there.
Yeah,
Yes.
brand new.
Oh,
Would like to get to the room.
He's
real
doing the
fast.
dance.
Let us continue. This right here is Lueth. Now, He is the elf that I referred to as.
Ah, yes.
And with my focus and smelling, I can tell that he has been drinking some alcohol in the morning, which he does not realize is the last thing that you want to do before a communal sitting. But
It
it is
is.
fine. It will be his first time, and he is very apprehensive
We
about
know
the
who's
entire
going to be on
process.
cleanup duty this morning then.
Yes, and that is also something I did not share with you last night. BM2 has passed. We lost him.
No.
Yes, let me tell you
Oh.
the tale of how it happened, because it was very heroic. And so I will go on for like 20 minutes
He's crying.
describing all the
He's
tales.
crying. He's heartbroken. That was
Poor Bohai is just fidgeting.
a saint.
Bohai tried very hard to save him. Lueth.
We must make haste. I have beard is poking out.
We have so many more. We must introduce each other. It is necessary. You don't shit with strangers because you shit with friends. And then once you shit together, you become family. Now, this here, Lueth, as I said, is the elf that I told you about. Very apprehensive. Right here, this is a newest companion. I'm not quite sure what to make of him yet. As you can tell, he is a stranger to our lands. Very curious indeed.
Definitely like a big kobold or something.
Yes.
Yes.
I have tried to. I'm not sure exactly where he shits from, but every creature shits, so I'm sure it will be fine.
Everybody
And you,
poops.
yes, and you obviously know Bart already. The most
Yes.
the most intelligent, trustworthy man you can. If he tells you something, you can trust that it is true, that it is honorable, and it is right.
I look forward to seeing this. I would imagine that you command a battle like you command a battlefield.
Oh, that is well said.
I
That
thought
is well
Brawl
said.
wasn't invited.
I was so excited last night, I'll be honest with you. It felt wrong to exclude him.
That's fair.
Although he has been very rude to me several times throughout our adventures together, for reasons unknown, I don't understand. I am one of the kindest, most open-minded people you will ever meet, but he has constantly tried to question my motivations and my tactics and such. But he is a stranger to these lands, and it would be wrong for me to deny him such an opportunity.
It is? Well, listen. After this morning, he will go from being a stranger to being family.
That is correct.
Now-
Yes. Yes.
I'm afraid Bohai is going to start leaking there if we don't hurry. And he just picks you up, Bohai. And you all follow him as him and Pogo run
Oh, yes.
this giant,
Yes.
lavish marble room with rows of this like bench shitter style. You're all going to be
Wonderful.
knee to knee.
Now, there are people in the hills who have actually carpeted their communal rooms. Now, that is clearly not the tactic they have taken here, but it is nonetheless very impressive, and it does very much echo.
Yeah, the
Echo,
sound, the
yeah.
reverberation is fantastic. I'll tell you this.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yes. It'd be impossible not to hear what people are saying to one another.
I think they didn't carpet it just because of cleanup. Like some people who
Yes.
aren't used to the ways, they can get a little wild.
Yes, they don't
You
have
could hear a dingle drop from a mile away.
I have not seen any of our shitbots, so I imagine that is probably why. We have access to them.
Yeah, they don't. I haven't
it's just-
seen. I've seen a couple pass through, but I haven't seen any working here, and I think that's there's no better. I mean, if they
Yes.
want waste management, they are truly the experts.
They are exceptional creatures, indeed. We are better for them. We are. Yes. Now, we must go through and do, before we begin, of course, and we must declare, as one always does at the part of the communal shitting, something you are thankful for about those that you are now shitting with. Now, let's see. Who will we start with? Louis.
I am thankful I made it.
Excellent. Oh, someone was a little excited and got started early. That is fine. That is fine. That is
I wanna call
actually
for a check,
considered a
but I can't.
complimentary.
Boy, it's such intense relief. There's a
Oh, look
round
at
of
him.
applause from Pogo and
That's
Go-Go.
wonderful. Yes, excellent. Were you watching, Louis? Were you keeping eye contact?
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't you listen? He's shy. I've got this. So Go-Go gets up, sits right across from you, Luath, and he
Ugh, you
grabs
must be
you
so
by
proud
the
of your
sides
boy.
of your head, and he's just staring at you as he just. I am thankful that you are a friend of Bullreg, who's a great friend of mine. And he just rumbles that room. You can feel it coming through
my
his hands.
goodness.
My God.
Bulwark will whisper to his son, he was always the best of us in these rooms. He was.
Papa, I'm proud of Papa.
You should be. You should be.
Like the aroma, like you can smell the milk beetle milk. It's wonderful. God, we just had all these new people show up.
Whoops. You put this here. We could have done it in a couple weeks when we got to the Work Guild.
I did.
I'm just yes anding, dude.
Bullrig,
Yes.
might we?
I would be honored. Yes. Yes.
He, he puts his hands gently on your knees. I'm grateful that you are such good friends with my dad.
Yes.
I always loved the stories, and he, it's a worthwhile endeavor for him. Definitely
Mhm.
the fortitude of a child.
Of course.
But he
Of
does
course.
sprout. He does good.
That is a very sturdy shit for one as young as you. You have a bright future. I see you take after your father. Yes. Well, Pogo, I am grateful to have met you. I am grateful that the blood of my good friend Gogo runs through you and out of you. But it is fine. You are young. I am grateful for meeting these new compatriots of mine. All of them, including you, Brawl. Yes, I see you.
I'm making eye contact with you.
We have not perhaps gotten along every day of the past, but hopefully with this, we will now make sure that we get along from this day forward. I pledge to you, I will have your pet, and my mole is yours if you need it.
Thank you.
Okay. Louis, Go grips you by the face. Now you, friend.
I'm so grateful to have been introduced to your culture and heritage.
Eyes open, Louis.
I'm grateful I got to meet the beetle.
Beetles are wonderful. They're pride of our culture. Hey, you're straining too much. You got to relax. And he just takes a big hand and pushes in on your stomach. Give me
He
a
is so
constitution.
overwhelmed with emotion. He is crying. The emotion is coming out of him.
Yeah.
And I do have a focus in stamina.
Yeah.
Maybe you need this.
I might need it. What a shitty roll.
How on points.
It's like
I can't.
very gently letting the air out of a balloon, just that squeak. Then. Oh, that's
Bullreg will come over.
disappointing.
Bilber will come over now. The wait. You are better than that. Even the young Pogo was able to produce more. I know there is more in you. There is more to you than meets the eye.
Maybe I'm just
carefully.
maybe I'm just very efficient and I used all the
No, that
nutrients.
is not it. You are not that efficient. No, you are not that. Think carefully. What are you truly thankful for? Be honest. There are no lies in the communal sitting room.
I'm thankful that I'm not taking orders to shoot people no more. I'm thankful that I'm with some decent people here. I'm thankful that, having to watch you weird fuckers shit with each other is still better than what I used to do.
Louis, turn around.
Why? What are you gonna do to me?
Look what you just did. And he points to the fact that while you were like confessing all of that, the rest of it came out.
Just this massive bread loaf.
Now that right there is the shit of an honorable man. And my brother. Now put my hand on your shoulder. Oh my goodness, you honor me! Oh,
Oh, that's
comes
good,
out to
says
both
Go-Go.
ends.
Nothing's better than gravy on a log, my friend.
That is true. Yes, let it out, my friend. Let it out.
So, I think we've got Bart and Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Don't let me stop you.
Who wants to go first?
You got something, Dan?
I do.
Go for it.
Gather it, everybody.
All right.
I'm grateful that you all will accept me in my skeleton ways.
He craps his entire flesh suit off.
The meat comes off as it's
sucks through.
glutes just fall off.
Sucks through.
Just
Does that happen? Do you shed your flesh?
sure. That's good. Since I can replace it.
Chuck, can Bullreg
Yeah.
roll a perception check to see if maybe he knew this all along
Yes.
and was just waiting?
Yes.
Okay. 12. I'm not sure what you consider.
I tell you what, in this situation, let's go with Bart. Why don't you just give me? I feel like this would be a communication test, like conveying thoughts and actions to hide your true form. Bart,
Sure.
give me a communication test. Ulrich, you've known for a while.
I'll put my hand on Bart. Bart, Commander, I have suspected as much. I have not been certain. But know this. I do not follow you for your meat. I follow you for your brain and for your heart. But technically the heart is a muscle and can be meat. Yes, I know, I am aware. But, the metaphor holds sound.
Yes. It's the thoughts.
Whether you wish to walk amongst us in your skeletal form, or whether you wish to walk amongst us while you are meated, know that I will be there, following behind you, ensuring that your orders and your intentions are clear to those around you. I will protect your flank.
Whether
Get
it's
it?
food or otherwise, yes.
Bullrich made a joke. Everybody laugh now.
Thank
you.
As all eyes shift to Brawl.
But I will do that meat suit bag thing. All right.
Of course, no, we can clean that off later. No problem.
Well,
We have to destroy the evidence.
so I'm not from around here, and I came here under weird circumstances, and you all were kind enough to kind of accept me and let me tag along, and I've really been enjoying that. You're all amazing, wonderful people, and I like learning about your little part of the world. We don't know a whole lot about it. We just call it the smelly place. I don't know why that is. Well, I have an ideas now, but
Well, yes, kind of.
Yeah.
It's on
Yeah.
point.
But I do want to say thank you to all of you, to each of you, for inviting me kind of into your lives and making me a part of it and letting me be part of something else while I just kind of figure out what I'm doing next in my world. So I appreciate all of you. You're all courageous and stalwart companions. And with that, he pushes, and it's more like a jet of flame. Like there's a glow that comes out of the toilet.
My goodness.
What's that?
Wow.
That's amazing.
I have never seen that before.
I'm working on getting it to come the other way, but ooh. Working on it.
You are truly an extraordinary creature, Ball.
Thank you.
Welcome. Let us bury this hatchet now.
Yeah. So the communal shit was a very touching and bonding moment. You all take care of Bart's shed meat suit. Now, Bart, Bohai used one of his kits. What, you got 2 left there, Bohai?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have to use one of them.
Okay, so Bart, you reflesh.
Yep. I mean, I still gotta act the general.
Yeah. And so with that, Go very excited, invite you all back to his stand where he feeds you all fresh milk beetle curds,
And
tall
it will now
glasses
be
of milk beetle milk.
the source of the first food baby.
Oh, this is delicious.
Brawl very sparingly has some curds. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that it doesn't like me.
Oh my goodness. Someone subscribed despite knowing
Yeah.
that we were doing all
Shantarzini,
this.
thank you for that sub. I appreciate that. Of all the times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Delicious orcish milk beetle meal. Yeah. And I think ending tonight on this touching moment is the right thing.
Jeff's
Alright.
very proud of himself.
Who would have thought an offhand comment said randomly in a sentence would turn into this moment? Who would have thought?
I mean, it's very on brand for us.
Meh.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh God.
All right. So, get viewers, followers, and Prime on viewers.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
You got that, Dan?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's do wait. So usually this is every Wednesday. Next Wednesday we're going to be doing a one shot of Dragonbane. Is that the name of it?
Demon Bane.
Demon Bane.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Dragonbane.
It's Demon Bane.
Okay.
I think it's Demon. I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up.
Okay.
could be right.
So yeah, where's it at? What is your name?
No, it is. Yeah, you're right. It is Drakkar Och Demoner. Dragonbane / Dragonbane.
So yeah, the new Free League Kickstarter, they've got a quick start out. So we're going to be playing through the adventure next Wednesday here at this time. And then after that, we'll be back for more of Thunder Rift. But right now, let's do our closing plugs. Jeff, what do you guys got happening this week?
Oh my gosh, man. Friday, like, I don't know what the hell I did.
So busy.
But Friday, it's crazy. So what time? I think it's like 7 Central in the morning over on Garblag Games. I'm playing in some sort of random this international alien game, a couple different folks. So that's why it's a weird time. So you can come check that out. And then I'll be on Garblag again a few hours later, playing some Blades in the Dark with our friend Aaron. And that night on Friday, over on my channel, twitch.tv/TheLollygaggers, we're back to Mothership. Saturday, we're back to One Ring 2nd Edition. And Monday, we're back to Deadlands for Savage Worlds. Yeah.
Very nice. Jeremy, what do you want to tell us about?
Aaron Reese on Patreon. You've got comics, you've got art assets, 5e stuff, fun stuff.
Nice. Very cool. Bert.
Well, what is this? This is Wednesday, right?
Yes.
So Friday, we've got some BX Dungeons and Dragons going on, playing in the Mystara world. Saturday, some of you folks will be joining me on the official Goodwood Games channel, where I will be running some Weird Frontiers, a Western horror using the Dungeon Crawl Classics system. Probably nothing this Sunday, but next Tuesday, A friend of mine, Jeff Mija, is putting out the second edition of Dicey Tales, which is a pulp game that uses the mythic edition of Barbarians of Lemuria. And so we are anticipation of the Kickstarter finally going off after
Nice.
much delay. We are going to run a story arc in that system starting next Tuesday.
Very cool. John, got anything happening?
Just the thing with you on Friday. It'll be a couple of weeks yet before I get back my Savage Rifts game on twitch.tv slices and dices.
Very cool. Yeah, so you found your way to Defenders of Cobalt. We will be back tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Central for Through the Hedgerows. That is our Tales from the Loop campaign that's roughly inspired by Over the Garden Wall. Friday night, like John mentioned, John Dan will be joining me as we run some Dungeon Crawl classics, our Dead Sun campaign where a monster has eaten the sun. Of course, last session things went so sideways, so hard that they got lost in time and found themselves back in time at the exact moment that the monster started consuming the sun.
That's
I'm
so
still kind of proud of
off-brand for you,
ourselves.
Chuck. You never have
Yeah.
games go sideways, ever.
I
No.
know, right?
I'm pretty sure the
Never
communal
happens.
shit stuff is written in the Thunder.
Yeah,
Adventure,
that
It
so-
is.
that
It
was
is.
canon
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
we
Tables
started.
telling you if it's a rat turd or
This is some old TSR stuff. Like, it's legit.
Appendix N.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Saturday during the day, 1 p.m. Central, Jeff, Dan, and myself, along with Melissa and Adam, over on Grim and Perilous Plays, we're going to be rocking out some Fallout 2D20. Like Bert said, Goodman Games official that night. And yeah, next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central, right here, we'll be doing the Dragonbane Quick Starter adventure. So check that shit out. I don't know. I guess until we see you next time. Hang on a second. I gotta check something real quick.
Have communal
Users
poops with your
in
friends.
Chat. You,
Yes,
May your
exactly.
shit speech sturdy and true.
Oh, there you go. Start fires, do drugs, and shit together like a family. I don't have the end screen. Keep smiling and laughing.
Literally or figuratively.
Both. All right. Goodbye, everyone.